Hello, we are Team 2, and this is a brief demonstration of the Fund module for the One-Step Relief platform. When you log into the Fund module, you'll at first be greeted with this screen. This is just a list of all funds with some light details. Currently, behind the scenes, there's just a pair of funds here that we've listed. Each fund can be clicked on, so we can jump directly to a fund and get its details. This is, at the moment, more or less sort of a dump of every detail of the fund. And then we have sort of a placeholder graph here to show fund performance. The intention in the longer run would be for this to be kind of a dashboard for sort of the health and status of a fund. If I scroll through here, though, you can see some of the attributes of funds. This, of course, includes their name, a brief description of the fund, who created the fund, the project that would be associated with the fund, that would tie to the project module in that respect. There's also a fundraising period, so a date. So this is not formatting correctly at the moment, but this would show when the fund is running. And then finally, we have the goal amount of the fund and the amount raised to date. At the bottom right here is a summary of all the transactions associated with the fund. Technically, there are up to 3 transactions types possible. A person could donate to a fund. There might be some sort of non-donation direct deposit to a fund. And then finally, fund administrators can also distribute funds to other people. Currently, we've wired up the donations, and so here's sort of a series of sample donations. This is currently working with blockchain on their test net, and so these are not placeholders. These are real quote-unquote donations that were made. And so to sort of just illustrate this from end to end, if I were going to create a fund and make a donation, first off, we can create a fund by clicking the button here in the top right. And so we do things like specify a name. So for example, if I want to do, say COVID relief, let's say relief for COVID patients, we can specify parameters like project type, the organization, which, at some point there might be a series of these once this is hooked up to the organization module. We specify the date or dates that the fundraiser will run, a goal amount. So we'll set this to 5 million algos. There's a few currencies here, but we're going to leave this as algo. A couple of these fields are a bit redundant. There's a little bit of cleanup required here, but finally we set its status and we create the fund. Now, if we head back to view all funds, we'll see our new fund on the page. We can upload an image here. So if I head back to the details page, here's all its details. There's of course no donations yet, but let's toss up an image associated with this fund. This will be we'll kind of grab a random image here. We'll hit upload. And if I refresh the page, you can see the creator of a fund can put it up an image to draw attention. Images in the future may also be pulled from other modules. For example, if someone chooses not to upload an image, maybe we'll grab an image from the project associated with the fund, for example. Finally, now that the fund is set up, it's ready to be donated to. So behind the scenes, the service, the fund service has set up the escrow blockchain account for the fund and submitted some initial funds for the fund to operate. And so as a member of the general population, the idea is I can browse these funds, I can click this donate button, and now I can make a donation to the fund. And so for testing, we have this account that's loaded with fake money. We're going to put in its passphrase here, and we're going to put in a donation amount. So we'll donate 1,000 algos, hit the donate button, and now if we head back to that fund page, we'll see that the transaction has executed and the amount raised has been updated.